We're at 2828 Military Avenue, Los Angeles, California, performing a video sewer inspection on the left side of the house from the main line clean out. We're going to start pulling back and show the condition of the pipe. We do have numerous breaks in the pipe, separations. There is some kind of concrete coating. Somebody may have poured concrete down the clean out a little bit and washed it through to coat some of the pipe. But there are numerous breaks in the 6-inch and the 4-inch. Both of them need attention. 6-inch may be able to be lined, possibly. We'll take a better look at it. The 4-inch does need to be replaced. Okay, now we're going to be recording the whole time, just so you know. Okay, now we're pulling back up into the 6-inch pipe, which belongs to you. And it's kind of hard to see right here, but it looks like this ridge right here looks like a crack right there on that ridge. It's difficult to tell when you're in the turn. I'm not too much concerned about that, as I am a separation right here, which we're going to pull back a little bit more. That is a crack right there. I can see it's offset. See it?
Yeah,
It's jutting out a little bit. That would be a concern, because that can separate and break even more. And now you got a pretty good offset. You see here where you see this part of the pipe. That's the face of the pipe where when it starts to offset, it goes like this. So you should see a solid, smooth transition joint, which you'll see some of them later. This is offset and shifted. That's probably why that other piece cracked. So more than likely you're going to have to replace this. You're going to have to dig up the street. And you've got another spot coming back right here where you get a separation right there in between the joint. This one's not offset as much as just separated right there. But as you'll see coming back, we've got this concrete looking coating, something in the pipe, which makes it a little bit difficult to tell what's going on. Right here we got a big old wad of something. I don't know what it is. It could be slag overpour, or that could be roots just covered with the concrete. And you got a separation right there at that joint as well, a little bit. Not terrible at that point. Right here, this is one area that I'm concerned about. Kind of hard to see a little bit. I'll point it out and you'll be able to see it. See where it's nice and bright orange right there? That big crack. There's a big shift right there. But I see it a little bit more there. That orange line is where it's broken. It's cracked right there.
All the way around?
Yeah, well, it's just cracked right there. It's like a chunk is breaking out of it right here.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to end up with a nice little piece out of it eventually. If we have any kind of earth movement at all, minor tremors, that thing's going to crack even more. And that's what causes a lot of this. This is where we come back and we start getting into this gritty. And it could be partially the pipe. It could be the old style concrete pipe.
Yeah.
Want to go real slow, try and see what I can see in here. It's difficult with all this stuff in there. There's a joint right there. It's really hard to tell where they've joined it together because of this stuff. You got a big old clump of something on the right hand side, which I believe are roots. You can see the roots right in the right hand corner, and they're covered up with this stuff. Leads me to believe that there's something that was poured in there, probably. Again, another joint. Kind of hard to tell if there's any cracks or breaks in it because of this stuff. Like I said, right now I think you might be able to line this possibly. If you pulled a permit on it, because of that crack all the way where the city sewer tie-in is, it probably won't let you go. It wants you to dig it up and put that new saddle piece in there and pull a new line. Because what will happen is if that's cracked the way that it is, sooner or later it's going to sever. Here we got a separation. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the gap in it.
Pretty good size.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sized gap at the bottom. And with this gravelly stuff in there, whatever it is, it's really hard to tell. coming back. Now we're coming back to the 4-inch. This is up by the driveway area. This is where you start seeing more of the breaks in there than you do in the 6-inch. Right here. See where it's cracked all the way around. See the crack starts here, goes all the way around there. That's cracked all the way around. Now you can see it even better. And that's going to shift. And once it starts to shift, you're losing water through there. It's seeping water. It's going to erode underneath it, and we get some good earth movement, and then eventually it can sever. That's what happens if you let it go any period of time.
That looks like a root or something coming through.
Yeah, there's a little bit of root up there, right there. I mean, there's a few joints in here that don't look all that bad. It's just that there's so many that to try and fix all of them wouldn't be worth trying to fix them. There's just too many. See, here it's really broken.
Oh, yeah.
See the big old gap right here? That's cracked way all the way around, way up into here. All the way back. That's where the roots are coming in. And that's actually separating right here. That's where you get those pieces that break out of it, and then it starts caving in. You start getting dirt caving in more and more. Now that's a pretty good joint. That's a flush joint. See that face of the pipe or anything else? Yep. Or no, I'm sorry. My bad. That one is a joint, but right back behind it. Now you have the crack behind it all the way around. You have the crack behind it all the way around it. That's a joint. That's a pretty flush joint. That joint looked really good. You don't see too many of them that look that good. That one doesn't look bad at all. I'm holding a little bit of water here, and then you've got a crack all the way around it. You can see where the joint is. Right here, there's the crack. Right back behind it, all the way around. You can see the crack line back behind it a little bit easier right there.
Y'all finished?
Now we're holding some water. Same thing, got another crack a little bit back behind it. Kind of hard to see because we're going underwater. It's got a little belly in it because it's shifted. It's dropped a little bit. Can't tell exactly whether the joint is okay because we're kind of underwater right there. That's a pretty decent joint, not too bad. Right here it's broken pretty bad. See where it's real shiny orange?
Yeah.
You got pieces that are breaking apart right here. That's in the turn out there. That's broken pretty bad in that turn. You can see where a chunk's missing out of it up here, getting ready to collapse. And it may take 5 years to collapse. You never know. But when it gets to this point, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It's about it.
That
and you can see where
is
the
like
space
where?
is.
Where would that be?
That's right out here. Right out by the gate.
Oh, okay.
It goes straight out this way and then makes a 45-degree turn going toward that mark that I made. You can see where you see the face of that pipe now.
Yeah.
That thing's offset and shifted. And then you got a big crack behind it as well. Crack right there all the way around. I mean, it's like this pretty much throughout right back behind the hub. These are stress cracks, probably from tremors, earthquakes, tremors, any kind of earth movement. There's another one, another crack all the way around it. So we got a few of them that don't look bad, but you got so many in there, it's not worth trying to just repair here and there. It costs you more to repair it than it would put a new line in. Okay. That joint's got a crack all the way around behind the hub again. See where they got two lines. Not too bad. This I don't know for sure. It looks like part of the fitting is broken off. You see at the top of that.
Yeah.
That wasn't inspection point. I think that piece of it just broke off. It shouldn't look like that. A little bit of an offset. This one's got a crack all the way around off to the left. You can see it. It's going all the way around the pipe, right past the hub. That one's cracked. Starts at the bottom on the left, goes around it. Like I said, the majority of them are cracked and broken. This one too's got a crack all the way around it. And the roots are getting in right there, off to the right. Coming back up. That's got an offset. See, we're hitting the face of the pipe right there a little bit. You can see the face of the pipe when you pull back a little bit there. And we're pulling back up through the cleanout. And that's it. And that concludes the video sewer inspection.
Yeah, my face with that.
Yeah, I know. I got a clean one in my back pocket if you need it.
I think I'll steer clear of it.
I've done that before. It's not always fun.